I'm gonna go get Sabers.
Well, it says I'm live. I gotta believe I'm live. I must be live.
What?
Okay, well, I'm live, but I'm not hardwired in, so we might have some issues. However, I'm sure you guys can see the Winter Links tournament is out. Morning, FHP. Wow, that was quick. You're the first one aboard. I wish there was a prize for you. Hello, Chetty Tanya? I hope I'm saying it right. What's up, Helios? Okay, so today I'm screwing around on Tour 5 to try to get ready for this tournament. I have just as many questions as I do answers. Kevin Warren, dude, it's finally a tournament from my house up here in Canada. I'm not far from you, man. I'm in Cleveland. We're one lake apart. But anyway, yeah, I figured I'd go into Tour 5. But before I go into Tour 5, because I don't have Tour 9 or 10 unlocked for that matter, so I do plan on going in Pro, but it's still good to get practice in. Now, I do have my trophies maxed out. I don't expect to end the day like that. What's up, Uncle Charlie? Good morning. But yeah, we don't just go in and play. You know, we got to go to our clubs and make a few changes. One of the changes I'd like to make is I like going with the quarterback over the extra mile. What's up, Carmajar? Thanks for joining us. The thing about this, though, is I've never played on the Pro Series, so I don't know if the quarterback is going to be enough power because, you know, it's perfect for, you know, rookie. If you're playing rookie, you know, this is going to be just perfect for you. But to try to make up for that, I'm going to take out the sniper and put in the awesome hammerhead. So we got the hammerhead. We got the backbone. I really don't think there's going to be much... if I remember correctly, we didn't need the thorn, which means we can go with the hornet. Skewer is obvious, and then the Nirvana and Malibu are obvious as well. So we changed up our deck a little. We changed 3 different cards here. And I haven't played Tour 5 in a while, so there's going to be some ugly mistakes here. But let's get ready for this tournament. Now, one way you can make up for going in with a quarterback is by using Kingmakers, maybe even Titans. I don't know if Titans are enough or whatever. But I'm not going to be using any of that in this case. I usually use a Navigator, which helps me out with wind and a little bit of power. But I don't need that because I'm hitting from the first... Okay, so I screwed up and hit Tour 6, I believe. Yeah, so I'm going to have to play a game on Tour 6 first. This is not where I want. See where my head's at? Kevin Warren says not from the second tee box. Oh, you're saying it won't be enough power? The quarterback won't be enough power from the second tee box? I'm hoping that the big dog, if you like the big dog, you know, that driver will get you much further. And then not very many of my subscribers have it, but the God, I hope this wind blows me in some. The Apocalypse, not the Apocalypse, the Cataclysm would be a good one. But I haven't even unlocked that club yet. But I didn't mean to go on to Tour 6, which I think I went into. Need more coffee. Well, with me, coffee isn't really a need because this is decaf. Hi, RJ. Thanks for your videos. Aaron Stuckey, thanks for joining us, man. Means a lot. I appreciate each and every one of you. We've been on for just under 5 minutes. We're already up to 15 people, man. I love you all. This is awesome. And we're not the only ones that brought a bad class. As you can see, he's got the Guardian, which only has 2 top spin, and we got the Hammerhead. So we got more than enough club. Okay, so he's going to have to chip in, which chipping in isn't really... Oh, what happened? It says stream resumed, and it's green. Oh, my picture's all fuzzy and everything. I might have to go and get the cord. Don't want to get the cord, but I might have to. Sucks, but, you know, it is what it is. Oh, it's not too much cord because we got a headwind on us.
No.
What's up, Kid Rock, a.k.a. Tennessee Matt Tubbs? All right, keep rolling, keep rolling. Okay, so we got a putt. We're going to go in on a putt. He's got to chip in. So maybe we can get over this really quickly and actually go into Tour 5. I accidentally went in Tour 6. I don't understand this. Why in the world does it say my stream is healthy, but I look so ridiculous and it's all grainy? Was it grainy for you guys there for a little while? Jeff Elliott, I would like to know, how do I know what clubs to use? That is an excellent question, and it is based on whatever tour you're in. Certain tours require a bunch of backspin. Other tours, you're best off with accuracy. Oh, wow, he sunk it. Good for him. Wasn't expecting that. Uncle Charlie says we're going to need a sun cameo. Maybe he'll come over here and say hi. He's about 8 feet away from me, playing Ark Survival on his PlayStation. Let's see. All right, this is going to go to shootout. And I'm not... this is going to hurt. I'm going to lose this game because... is this Tour 6 or Tour 7? U.S. Champions. Yeah, it's World Champions I want to go in. Okay, it might not be so bad. I'm really good at this one. Just a pro tip for you guys. This is the way I shoot it. Let's take a look at how he shoots it, and now watch me mess up because the pressure's on. Tennessee Matt says picture looks good to him. Okay, that's cool, because in my picture, it looked horrible. Done with school already. I homeschool him, so he gets off at noon. Lucky him, huh? He also starts at, I believe, 9:30. I don't know why homeschool has such a short day, but they do. Do you guys hear the volume of the game? I forgot to mute my phone. I don't know if that's annoying or not. I can't tell him. I hear it in my headset, but I don't know if the sound is like going over my talking, the game sound. Okay, so how do I tackle this hole? What I like to do is I like to aim right here. So then let's adjust for wind, and we'll put it like right here. I think that's good. Then I go 2 up, 1 or 2 up, depending on the wind. Since the wind's blowing that way, I'm going to go 1.5. And I believe I curl it to the left, the opposite way. But then when I take my shot, I curl it all the way to the right. And let's see, hopefully, if I lined it up right. Okay, so let's see where we end up. I probably could have went 1 top spin. So I see a lot of people struggling on this hole. So I figured, you know, that was kind of cool to have this as a shootout. Uncle Charlie says he don't hear the game. That's cool. But you know what? It's annoying a little bit to me, so I'll turn it off. And Eric Brown tuning back in from Portland, Oregon. Thanks for the games yesterday. We have to play today. All right. Absolutely. See, Tour 5 just kind of shows people a problem, a hole in the game, if you ask me. And that is, why isn't there friendlies on 5 and 6? And then on top of that, there should also be friendlies on, or not friendlies, but, well, yeah, there should be friendlies on Pro Series holes as well, I believe. But whatever. Let's not make that same mistake twice. Let's go to World Links. There we go. Yeah, I really struggle that hole. Try that out, man. Rewind it later, or remember, we're only 10 minutes into the video, so it's before the 10-minute mark. And, you know, it really helps, and it works with every club. It works with the Hammerhead. It works with the... I'm not sure if it works as good with the Viper or not, but I know it works with the, whatchamacallit? The Sniper. I think it works pretty much with just about any club. Now, see, we're shooting from the first tee here because I don't have ton unlocked. And I'm going to swap this out for a Marlin because I don't want the extra distance. And it's just practice. So this is just kind of getting a look. I wanted to overpower it, but I don't remember how much room I had. Oh, cool. They got the Aurora Borealis out there.
Should I level it up at least?
Never seen that in real life, but cool to see it on a video game. Will the big dog do it? Yeah, the big dog will definitely do it because you have all of that curl, and the distance isn't really going to hurt you because it goes so far on the shootout hole. Yeah, the distance won't really hurt you because you're not using all the distance. You know, it's going to go where you put it. The only thing that's scary is it has horrible accuracy, so you need to adjust for the wind just a little bit better. And sometimes you do get 6 or 7 mile-an-hour winds on that shootout, so it would help if you would learn the rings, even if just for that. And then also, you don't really have that good of a ball guide. But the ball guide seems mute to me. Now, he's going to be able to get on the green there. And this... Oh, okay. That's not bad. See, this is why I brought the Hammerhead.
There's some dude in our base on a
This is why I brought the Hammerhead.
Mike, there's some dude in our base on a Tyrannodon.
Let's see. If we go full top spin, I believe we're going to go too far.
Yeah, I just scared him
It looked
away.
perfect
He's flying over something right now.
like that. Plus, we got the 1 mile an hour. So this is where, you know, a sniper couldn't do this. And didn't want to hit it great, but the accuracy is awesome on this club. So this is a new course. I mean, new to me. This wasn't here back when I was still playing 5. So that's interesting. You know, it's good just to get acquainted, even if you're playing Pro Series, if it's, you know, whether it's Pro Series or whether it's Rookie or Expert or Master, it's always good to go down and just get used to what you're going to be seeing, you know? Let's see here. We got Francois in here. He says, your pronunciation is good. But, Francois, if my pronunciation is good, do you still prefer that I call you Frank, or do you prefer Francois? So, let's see. You used to go to the right. I guess you changed it from a few months ago. No, I don't think, honestly, well, maybe you watched like one of my earlier videos, like when I was kind of new to Tour 6 and didn't really know how to play it. But for the longest time, I, you know, that's the way that I did it. I don't know how I learned it, but I did learn it. Yeah, Tennessee Matt says he really struggles on the hole. Karmajar says, thanks for the tip. FHP, you were on yesterday, weren't you? Manny? Was your name Manny? I can't remember. I'm sorry. Great tip on that hole. That is my... That's not me, is it? Okay, cool. That is my fail shot. I have everything but the Hammerhead. Okay, so that's fine. You could... Whatever club you want to go in there with should work, as long as it has a decent amount of curl on it. I think the curl is the tip, FHP. So... Oh, God. I remember this. I can't tell. Yeah, this... I can't tell if this is the easy one. I think this is the hard one. This is the one I always mess up on and end up down at the bottom. Let's see here. Let me catch up here. So yeah, I did change it from a few months ago. Then Uncle Charlie, George Toy, hi RJ, just unlocked the quarterback. Any good? I am not sure. A level 1 quarterback. What level's your extra mile, George? Okay, Francois says he wants to be called Francois. See, this is a problem I have, and I don't want this to happen in the tournament because I'm not sure I could chip in from here with 100% accuracy. So this is good practice for me as well. I tried this hole going to the left a couple times and ended up in crazy spots. I don't know. Let's, I want no top spin, full over, and I want to compensate a little bit for that wind. And let's see. I'm not going to put full curl on. Let's see what our first one looks like. This one I always struggled on, like all the way through. Are we going to go across or are we going to go down to the bottom? We're going to the bottom. Yeah. Okay, so if anyone knows any tips and wants to put it in the chat, I'm all ears. All right, where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Plug in the cord, it really glitches your voice. All right, I am going to plug it in. The game just ended. I'm going to plug in the cord.
It's just, you gotta think.
Full curl and one top spin. Francois says. What are you talking about, for that hole? Or you're saying that the quarterback level 1 is not very good? George Toy says 3. It's level 3 is what you're saying, George? Level 3, level 3. I'll have to look up those stats. Francois, 1 top spin, and Hal. Yo, my main man, you're at it again. You're killing it, bud. Yes, sir, I'm trying. I will be right back. Let's see. Let me read these last 2 comments, and then I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab the cord because the health of the stream is just sucking horribly. This one you can shoot from the right as well. Yes, Karmajar, I have shot from the right and don't have that side figured out either. I suck on both sides on that particular hole. And I need to master it because I don't want to be stuck shooting a 30-foot chip in, you know, for a birdie. You know, I don't want the pars. Uncle Charlie, so far this tournament, let us know if you decide on the hammerhead or big dog. I go hammerhead, 100% hammerhead, because it's going to help me more so throughout playing the game. And then the big dog and hammerhead is just a wash on that one shootout hole. And Jeff Elliott says, I use the big dog in full curl. Okay, well, I used my my driver. So maybe I should go down to the hammerhead, because the hammerhead's almost as far as the big dog. I think it's the second most powerful club if you don't include the, not the Apocalypse, the Cataclysm. Anyway, guys, Uncle Charlie, my hammerhead is at level 3. So is mine, I believe. I might have been up to level 4, but level 3 is awesome as well. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab that cord so we don't have any further interruptions.
This dude's one on time today. Some dude trying to hit me with a freaking. He just broke my whipping gloves.
Oh no, it's not reaching.
Look at this dude. I can't tell him help. He thinks over here trying to whip me.
Alright.
Pull the screw, Mike.
We are officially plugged back in. Let's resume Tour 5 practice.
They have a raft. They have a raft.
Let's see here. See, I got my trusty map back here, so if anyone says they're from Iowa or wherever, you know, in the city, it marks the cities out. I could look at the map if I don't know exactly where Iowa City is or something like that. So let's see here. Gotta go, RJ. Peace, brother. Take care, Kid Rock. All right. Francois, what's up, guys and girls? Not U.S. champion, World Links. We need to be on World Links. So we're not really going to be making any money, but that's okay. We're not here for the money. We're here for as much of a guarantee as we can get, you know, to make it on Pro Tournament. Okay, I do vaguely remember this. I just don't completely remember how to play it. Okay, hopefully that doesn't take us too far. And we're going to adjust a little more for the wind because the wind's got a 3 mile an hour. But I'm not going to put, I'm going to put a tad of curl to try to get on the green there. Perfect shot. And man, the quarterback is just so forgiving as well. So if we can get by with the quarterback, we're going to be in good shape. Unless we end up on the rough. Little bit more curl, possibly. And I would have been right there on the green with an easy putt. Now I'm going to have to use my Nirvana to try to get in. So yeah, I was talking with my buddy Gary, you know, and he said, hey, man, you should think about doing a Tour 5 video, you know, since the new tournament coming up is going to be on Tours 5 and 10. And also, since I don't have Tour 10 unlocked, you know, Tour 5 was the obvious choice. But, man, it's really pretty. I wish they would make all golf courses snowy like this. But if you do live up north, you know that while snow is pretty, we still hate it. Now, for you Southerners, you guys love it because you guys get like 30-degree weather with your snow. That snow's pretty. It's that that bone-chilling 5-degree snow. No, we missed it. That bone-chilling 5-degree snow that we all don't like. FHP, is that you, Manny, or am I confusing you with someone else? I know you're practicing for winter tournament, but what do you recommend starting into the Pro Series in Tour 7? Just hit the 1 million coin mark. Jeff Elliott is in Texas. Okay, so what do I recommend for Tour 7? For Tour 7, backspin becomes insanely important as to where it wasn't nearly as important on, what do you call it? You know, Tours 1 through 6. So I would still go extra mile. You need the distance off your drive. As far as a wood goes, you need either the Sniper or the Guardian, in my opinion. Long iron, I still use the whatchamacallit. I use the Backbone. You can also use the Saturn if you want extra backspin and at the cost of accuracy. And then also I use the Thorn. Because once again the backspin, and then the Skewer has plenty of backspin. You know, I mean, for those really close shots, it don't matter. And then, you know, it's also good to have the Malibu and the Nirvana if you have those.
He killed our saber, dude. Like, I can't believe that.
Jeff Elliott, what part of Texas are you in, man? Are you near any of the big cities? Okay, now this hole looks a lot like the other, but this hole's really easy. I don't need full topspin, I don't think. I think we go here. I don't even know if I need any of that top spin. It's been so long. Hopefully we're okay. I don't remember how much top spin I used to put on this. Don't get, there we go. All right, roll on to the green. There we go. Okay, just like old times. Nice and close, just how I like it. And then, yeah, Texas is huge, and then let's see, just north of Dallas, and then California is huge as well. But I completely understand. Uncle Charlie's from Indiana, and now he's in California and don't miss the snow at all. So you must be in SoCal. Or right up against the Pacific somewhere. What's going on, Stephen? Glad you could join us. We are just practicing Tour 5, even though I'm going to be attempting to get in the Pro Series, which would be Tour 10. But I'm just trying to get reacquainted, you know? Reacquainted with it, and I figured maybe you guys, you know, some of you guys are better than me and much further along. And others, you know, maybe you are going to be playing it on Rookie, and maybe I can show you a thing or two. And then on top of that, maybe you guys could show me a thing or two, because I've forgotten so much about Tour 5. Does Tony want a rematch? He ain't saying nothing. Nope. So let's see if we can get another different Tour 7. Or, Tour 5. I'm not even used to saying it. Silicon Valley. And Jeff says it's going to be 71 Saturday. I hate you, Jeff. Not really, but I'm jealous. Let's just put it that way. I'm jealous. 71. I'm not. I can't get to... Jeff Elliott, your decimal's in the wrong spot. Is that supposed to be 100,000? Uncle Charlie's in the San Francisco Bay Area. 49er fan? Or are you sticking with the Colts? Didn't we just have this? I'm pretty sure we just had this. Okay, but the good thing is, even though we did just have this, I know I have plenty of room. So now, something I can't really do with the extra mile is I can go full power. And if I get a good or great shot, I'm still in good shape. So I'm going to stop talking so I can focus. And I end up with perfect, so it won't matter. Get us a little bit more distance there in case our opponent's running an extra mile, and of course that figures. Should have moved a little more to the right. Felt like the perfect shot when I took it. You typed the same thing, bud. You can't get 10,000? Are you measuring in half pennies? Uncle Charlie is a 49ers fan, grew up a Colts fan. I was a huge Colt fan until they did my boy Peyton Manning dirty. Although I do love Andrew Luck. And they probably did the right thing, because Manning's skills, as you saw in Denver, he had, I believe, one good year. But I'm biased. I'm such a huge Peyton Manning fan. Steven Limburn, I hit 900 trophies, 450,000 coins, over 400 for the first time. Would you enter the pro in 2 mines? Let's see. Let me take the shot real quick. I'll get right back to your question. I think I can afford to pull it back because I got a big fat fairway unless I slice it. Yeah, good will be fine. I think good will be fine. Yeah, good is fine. 450,000 coins. It's 100,000 to enter. This is a very hard tournament. Stephen, what tour are you currently in? What are you playing, before I answer that question for you? Do you have enough money? I think you have enough money to enter at one time. If you qualify, great. If you don't qualify, no. But also, if you could let me know what tour you're currently in, that would help. Uncle Charlie watches the Raiders too. The Vegas move is a big deal out here. In Silicon Valley? Or no, in San Francisco. I'm sorry, in San Francisco. Yeah, it would be a big deal out there. I would assume that it's a bad thing, right? I mean, I know you guys got a rivalry with the Raiders, but like even the Steelers were mad when the Browns lost their team because, we wanted to keep living the rivalry. When the Steelers are on the Browns side, that's something. But they picked their rivalry right back up with the Ravens. And we got this trash team. I don't know what's going on with the Cleveland Browns we have today. That is not going to go backwards into the hole, is it? That would have been awesome. J-Bone, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, the Snow Effect is the tournament course. It's only on Tour 5 and Tour 10. I haven't unlocked Tour 10 yet, so... Oh, this is his second shot. Looks like we lost, guys. Let's see if he does that little trick I do, where he puts full topspin on. No, he doesn't. Okay, he might still make it, though. Change your mind? Nope. Okay. Okay, so you're on Tour 6, so that means you're freshly out of Tour 5. So you're still familiar with Tour 5. Yeah. Yeah, I think that gives you a slight advantage, and I would say go for try one time. Steve, try one time, and if you are able to qualify, awesome. If you're not, trying a second time is going to take you from 450. Trying one time is going to take you from 450 down to 350. And then a second time is going to take you down to 250. And that's like nearly half your money. So I would try it one time. Uncle Charlie says people are mad they're moving. Yeah, I completely hear you, man.
There's a dude on the trade on.
I do think San Francisco and Oakland is a big enough metropolitan area to support two teams. So I don't want to hear that as an excuse. And teams have already moved out of L.A. in the past.
Did he just say you want to join?
Okay, so he said oh, wow. The last, I don't remember who said it, but they said they use the big dog and full curl. But I feel like I'm going to be in the sand if I do with wood. But I'm desperate, man. I'm going to try it. I think he said 1 or 2 top spin. I can't remember. I'll put 2 on. This looks ugly, though. I don't think this is going to work. Good thing it's only a little bit of money for me. But if it does work, never mind. I must have misunderstood what you said. Maybe you meant to approach from the right.
I'm about to kill this dude.
I don't know.
It really wasn't their fault, but we said stop in chat, so that's their fault.
But yeah, LA lost their team. I feel horrible for the people of St. Louis. I feel horrible for the people of San Diego. And I feel horrible for the people of Oakland. Mark Davis is going to go for the money grab, plus Oakland government won't pay for a new stadium. We had the same garbage here in Cleveland, man. As much as everyone wants to blame Art Modell, the truth is it's not Art Modell's fault. The Cleveland Indians got a brand new stadium. The Cleveland Cavaliers got a brand new stadium. And they offered the Cleveland Browns to play in the new Cleveland Indians stadium, which only seats 42,000. He still won. So, and then he wanted a new stadium as well, So he's like, why are they getting new stadiums and I got to share? And, Baltimore offers him, so I hate Baltimore. It's not so much that I hate the Browns, although I do hate the old Browns. And I hate the new Browns too, man, because they do nothing but give me heartburn on Sundays, every Sunday. Let's see. More power next time. So you want me to overpower it, Helios? Shouldn't I just go with the quarterback then? Because that was as high up as the whatchamacallit goes. That was as high up as, oh, this will be an interesting one. This is one where I'm fine with the quarterback from the regular tee, but I could see problems when I'm back on the pro tees with the quarterback. So this is a very interesting course. Big dog and full coral, yes, J-Bone said. I want to do it with the hammerhead, though. If it's not doable with the hammerhead, I'm going to have to figure out how to do it with the quarterback. Mark Davis is going for the money grab. Okay, I'm sorry about that. J-Bone says, sucks that you can't play friendlies on Tour 5. I was just talking about that before you came. Completely agree with you. I think it's BS. I think it's an easy fix, and I think this game is big enough that, you know, they can make those changes. This is touted as a player versus player game. And you're only putting the first 4 tours in, you know.
It went bad, and the outfit
Stay. Yeah, okay, cool. I think I'll be good on this one, though, because I could have maxed overpowered that from the pro tees. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Let's get back to the questions. Closer to the rough towards the tee, J-Bone says, you guys will have to direct me if we get that same shootout again, because I'm completely lost. Chad Brewer, RJ, hello, bro. What's up, Chad? Been chatting with you, playing some games. And Uncle Charlie says 49ers are bad, but they are competitive. Yeah. You know, and that's where the whole, you know, thing began with, what's his name? Colin Kaepernick or whatever. Oh, man, it's hard to see your ball guide with the white snow. Colin Kaepernick was starting to fall apart. You know, he had that really awesome year, and then all of a sudden he wasn't as effective. So who did the 49ers end up going with? I'm trying to remember. It wasn't Alex Smith, because Alex Smith has been with the Chiefs for a while now. Actually, Alex Smith was replaced by Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick came on. He was fired for what, maybe a year or two. Got him to the Super Bowl. I don't remember if he won him a Super Bowl or not. But then he wasn't effective anymore. You know, and then they started with the protests, and he was only one protesting, and he said some crazy crap like good things about Castro, not Castro, or was it Che? I can't remember, but it made all the Cubans angry. So that's why, you know, Miami didn't want him. They were going to give him a shot. And yeah, he is definitely being blackballed right now, but I mean, I think he kind of stepped in it on his own, although I don't want to get like too political or anything like that. Uncle Charlie's got to go back to work. Good luck, RJ, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Uncle Charlie. Appreciate it. Lisa Marie, happy Thursday. Yeah, it is Thursday. RJ, good day, all. Good day. Are you? You know, I wanted to ask you yesterday when we were playing friendlies. Are you from down under, or is that Cajun speak? I couldn't tell if it was Cajun or down under, or if I'm just like way off, and I just don't know. But I do like that that accent you have on your chat. I think that's kind of cool. I'll read the next comments after this shot.
I want to say, this dude went in our base, got our RG on him.
Yeah, I needed more backspin. Very deceiving. Shame on you. J-Bone, what is a shot like off the snow? The snow, I don't know. I'm afraid that the snow is out of bounds. And if the snow isn't out of bounds, then it's the rough, because they clearly show the sand traps. So I'm sure it's just a regular shot. I'm afraid to land one in the snow, because I know it's going to be hard to win back trophies for a while, because everyone and their uncle is going to be practicing on Tour 5. And I'm losing enough trophies just, you know, like to this guy and everyone else. because I'm not used to Tour 5, which is why I'm here. Let's see. Socks with cops portrayed as pigs.
Oh, he got me.
Did he wear socks like that? I never saw that. I never heard that in the media. But yeah, that'll upset the security people. Let's see. Lisa Marie, thanks for those. And yeah, I'm half Aussie. Half-breed, long story. I'm a half-breed too. I'm half Jewish. I celebrate Christmas and everything, but my father's side, it was my mother who raised me, but my father's side of the family is Jewish. Russian Jews, so I don't know. You can call me Russian, you can call me Jewish. Half the people out there go, Russian or Jewish is not a nationality, it's a religion. And I say you're only half right, because no, Jewish is a nation and a religion. It's like the only one. Oh, okay. I'll have to Google that. I never seen that. That's crazy. I mean, again, and I don't want to start any political things or discord or anything, you know, because I know half the people will love me and half the people will hate me, you know, as far as my viewers go and everything. But you know, he wanted to, basically, let's just sum it up like this: regardless of whether he's right or wrong, which I have my opinion, just like everyone else has their opinions, but regardless of whether he was right or wrong, he decided to become an activist, and he made a lot of football people, you know, fans, people who you know, the owners want to keep happy and everything else. He made a lot of them mad. And, you know, does he have a right to free speech? Absolutely. But with free speech comes consequences. And part of those consequences do not include any problems from the government. No, no, no. I was hoping I'd stay on the fringe. I don't know if I can putt from this far out. So if you want to be, you know, an activist, that's fine. Go out and champion your, you know, whatever your activism is against, you know, or for. However, if you're making mad the people that, you know, come to pay the tickets and everything else, you know, that's going to affect the owners. And I know everyone hates the owners because they're the billionaires. But I think we lost this. I don't think I can putt from that far. I don't think I'll reach. So yeah, you know, I mean, if I was a football player, if I was a Democrat, oh no, I can't putt from that far. Can we weaken it just a little so it's not shaking? There we go. Great. I'm not going to make it from way back here. You know, if let's say I'm a Republican. If I'm a Republican and I decide that I want a job where I'm going to make tons of money, and I'm going to play in front of a whole bunch of Democrats, I'm not going to use that as my platform to champion, you know, an issue. Some people will, you know, and when Trump came out and said all the, you know, things, calling out a lot of the NFL players, saying they should be fired and everything, that first weekend, I believe, was more of a protest against Trump than what Colin Kaepernick was trying to do. It's like Trump said, you know, blah, 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 well, let's all kneel, or let's not even come out of the locker room, or whatever it was. But me personally, you know, I think we've all had jobs where there was something we didn't completely agree with, whether it was work-related or not work-related. And you have a choice. You can you could be the squeaky wheel, and you may potentially lose your job, or you could be, you know, you could just kind of like fall in line. And if you like your job, you should probably fall in line. If you don't really care, you know, maybe you don't agree with what you know, Taco Bell's doing or something, well, you could always go work at Wendy's. But the NFL is a very, very big deal. You know, if you can have multi-year contracts, especially as a freaking quarterback, ooh, I like that. You're going to be a rich man. And then you can retire. And if you choose not to, if you choose not to go into TV broadcasting, or you don't want to be a coach or anything, then you could be outspoken. You know, I'm not sure, so don't quote me on this, but I think Jim Brown, Cleveland Brown, obviously, I don't know if he was a spokesman for what he believes in today while he was actually playing the game. But Jim Brown, see, he's another story. If Colin Kaepernick was half as good as Jim Brown, nobody would care. Some of the fans would say, shut up and play. But the owners would be like, hey, man, you know, we got the best quarterback. You know, or let's take Jim Brown out and say if Tom Brady was championing something, you know, then a lot of people would be like, oh, well, yeah, we disagree with what he's saying. However, it's Tom Brady. And it's something that's splitting the country in two. That's why it's so polarizing. If it was, you know, like, look at Bob Barker. He loves the pet population. So on The Price is Right, he took a stance and said, spay and neuter your dogs. He didn't say something that, like, oh, let's keep populations down, abort your children. I think that, you know, that there, you see the line there. Now there's pro-choice people and there's pro-life people, but there's nobody who's against neutering a dog. There probably is a few people, but I don't know. I think he overreached. All right, I'm sorry. Let's catch up here. Really, wow, neat, said Lisa Marie. Oh, and you have a brogie? More so than a draw. I probably mispronounced that. What is a brogie or brogue or whatever it is? I'm very interested. FHP. Wouldn't chance the snow. Seems out of bounds to me. Thanks for the advice. I'm taking the same advice, man. I'm not chancing the snow. J-Bone. Should never use your job as a platform to stand up for your beliefs. I didn't want to get too political, but J-Bone, I 100% agree with you. While I'm on the clock at work and if I enjoy my job, I'm going to toe the company line. If my job does something that steps out of line with my ethics, I'm going to quit my job. The NFL has done nothing for or against what Colin Kaepernick is championing. So, yeah, I don't believe that work is a place, because if I used to work for Gateway Computers. You guys remember Gateway? They used to be big. They fought up against Dell. Those were the days I worked for them, when they were, you know, really big with Dell. And oh, I hate this. I hope that's enough. And yeah, you know, I mean, there was some things that they did that I didn't agree with that, you know, kind of ripped off customers, you know, but I knew it. But I valued my job more, so I kept my mouth shut, you know, and I did what I had to do within the ethics that I could do it within. But if I ever went to work and, you know, let's say Gateway was defrauding customers, if I went to work and I'm like, well, I'm going to take a knee, or I'm going to, you know, do whatever, and the reason that I'm taking this knee, everyone who walks through the door knows that I'm against something, and it makes the customers mad, they're going to get rid of me. Hey, you're going to get to see what a shot from the snow looks like. I don't know if you wanted to see it. Maybe what I'm interested in is I wonder if snow kicks up in the air. I'm just glad we both messed up. So now we're both back to, you know, needing a hard chip in here. But yeah, I agree. When you're at work, you don't have free speech. You don't. I've never had a job where I was at work or school. If you guys remember, I don't know if anyone's young enough that they're still in school, but I mean, they said you don't have rights when you're in school. The teachers are in charge, you know. Now, you have rights like safety and things like that. A teacher can't touch you. A teacher can't, you know, do things like that. But you don't have rights in terms of free speech. You can't tell a teacher to shut the F up and, and claim that, it's your, what is it, First Amendment right to say that. You can't, just like even in real life, you can't yell bomb in a crowded, movie theater, things like that. I don't know. I'm not even talking about golf clash today. If you can't tell, I do love talking about politics and debating politics, but I've kept that off my channel because, like I said, I feel like I'll lose half my viewership. Let's see. Your accent. Brog was teasing you the other day that you have a draw. Oh, okay. You were the one that said I had a draw. Well, that don't count because you have a draw. You're I could definitely hear that Aussie in you. It's awesome. I was flattered that you said I sounded like a Southerner. If I sound like a Southerner, you know who I really want to sound like? Although I got to take it away because it's not even a Southerner. I was going to say Doc Holliday from Tombstone. That would be awesome. But he was English, so he didn't even have a Southern accent. But I do like Southern accents, man. Like Tennessee Matt. He's got a cool little accent. It's not big. You know, one accent. Who was it? I can't remember who was in the chat earlier. The guy from Dallas. Oh, I need to scroll up to see his name. Who was it from Dallas? Some people in Texas, man, the way they talk is like, have you guys ever seen King of the Hill with Boomhauer? Yeah, Joe, I'm gonna eat you and we're gonna go yesterday. If someone said I talk like that, I probably wouldn't have a YouTube channel because people wouldn't know what I'm saying. All right, let's catch up here. Very time I try to match you, I get the same course. Oh, I'm assuming the E didn't come through. Every time you try to match me, you get the same course. Yeah, that sucks, man. I wish that, they would make it a little less random. I think that's a problem of things being too random. And that's why you never know what course you're going to get, as to where if you say, okay, well, this so-and-so just played course number 3, so we're going to take course number 3 out of the possibilities. No, did I just go in the rough? You couldn't tell. The rough just blended so perfectly, or I'm blind. I don't know. Let's see here. Jeff Elliott. Yep, Jeff Elliott. You guys, Jeff, have you ever ran into a Texan that spoke like that? I mean, Boomhauer was my favorite character from King of the Hill, so I mean, I can't say anything. Although Dale Gribble was pretty cool too. Ditto, love me a Southern draw. Texan, absolutely, Lisa Marie. J-Bone. Oh, whoa, I missed J-Bone's other one. Okay, let's see here. J-Bone said, especially when you are preaching equality and injustice as you play a game. Oh, God, dude. I agree with you, but I'm going to say some things that that might get me in trouble here. You're goading me on, man. No, I know you're not really goading me on, but, what really gets me about Colin Kaepernick is from all the news reports I've seen and everything on him, wow, what is wrong with my shots on this course? But anyway, he doesn't even acknowledge that he was brought up by his white side of the family, and he's not seen as a mixed individual. He's just seen as black. Obama also fits into that category. He had, he was a mixed guy, but, he got a black tag or whatever. And I don't know if, both of them, I believe both of them were raised by the white side of their family. So did they really feel the struggle? Like here in Cleveland, I can't really say Cleveland because I'm probably the only one from Cleveland. But a lot of you guys have, a lot of people are going, if you were raised by a white family, at least here in Cleveland, this is the way it is. If you're raised by a white family, you're probably growing up in a white neighborhood. Now, I would definitely be, I'm in a black neighborhood, you know, and I have, you know, white kids obviously and everything, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think 90% of the people, you know, you're going to be around the people that you're grown up with. So I don't know what racial inequality he's faced. Has he ever had racism pushed towards him? I'm sure some people have made racist comments towards him, you know, or he probably overheard racist talk among those white people. There's lots of racist white people. There's lots of racist black people. You know, yeah, racism is an issue. But, yeah, I agree with you. An NFL star is not a person to talk about oppression while he's cashing those huge checks. Let's see here. And J Bone says, "LOL. I sometimes think people from other countries mistake other accents in the USA as just a Southern draw." Yeah, we a lot of people do think we're cowboys, and we walk around with guns, and you know we're all overweight, and you know, yeah, there's a lot of American stereotypes.
I have 13 stacks of cementing paste.
Jeff Elliott, I'm just watching and listening. Yes, I have. Oh man, were you able to communicate with him, Jeff?
And 3 stacks in archives. Bill, can you get back to base?
I don't know. If you know, a lot of people, like me personally, I tune into the NFL. I don't want to hear politics. And now here on my channel, where people come to watch me play Golf Clash, I'm talking politics. So if you guys feel like you know, I should stop, I'll completely yeah, I completely understand, because I don't want to hear politics during my football game. You guys obviously came here to, why do I keep doing that? Why can't I stay on the fringe or go further, closer to the hole? I don't know. There's just, you know, there's hot button topics that everyone wants to talk about. And the biggest thing that I could say is I have an awesome core of friends, because my friends in real life, we can sit there and debate these things till we're blue in the face, and we're still friends when we're done. And I think that's the most important thing. None of my friends accuse me of being racist if I say that I don't agree with what, you know, Colin Kaepernick's doing. You know, or if, you know, any of these things, you know, and I don't accuse them of being racist if they bring something up. You know, it's just, you got to understand people's point of views. You know, you got to understand yours isn't the only point of view. And honestly, it was my anxiety that kind of shed light on this to me, because I have agoraphobia. I can't travel. Now, I'm not housebound like most people, but I do have problems, you know, struggling with my agoraphobia. And as a teenager, I never had this problem. You know, I've traveled to Washington State by myself. I've traveled to Indianapolis by myself. Oh, great. I just let him right back in this game. You know, and then all of a sudden, you know, my area started shrinking, and it's like nobody understands me. Nobody understands why, you know, it's mind over matter, man. Get over it. You know, if you go this far, you're not going to die, or, you know, whatever it is. But in reality, it's just not the way the human brain works, you know. So that's really helped me understand other people's point of views that I don't agree with. And, well, it doesn't help me understand them, but it helps me respect their position. Jeff points out, you say you guys and we say y'all. Yep, y'all. We say y'all sometimes up here in Cleveland, though, but I don't think we would say it like in a workplace or anything. It's not like, and when I say a workplace, it's not disrespectful, or it's not looked at as like a lower class thing or anything. It's just, you know, it's not formal. And, you know, so that's where you say you guys. But I mean, if, you know, my daughter, or I got 2 daughters, you know, that have a lot of friends, if, you know, they'll be on the porch and it'll be 11 o'clock at night and they're making a bunch of noise. And I live in the city, so, you know, I got neighbors that sleep and got work and everything. I'll come out and be like, hey, y'all need to just settle down. You know, y'all are just being way too loud. But I also say you guys. Oh, I didn't pay attention. J-Bone said the ball looked like it bounced on the snow like it may have been fairway. You know, we might have to look that up. That might be a Tommy question.
The suspense is killing me.
That I'll have to go back and watch the replay. I didn't see that.
But we did kill his dinos. Unless she's not telling what dinos we killed.
Let's see here. Lisa Marie says that's what matters most. I'm assuming you're talking about still being friends after a debate. And if you are, I completely agree that you agree. Jeff Elliott says, I have adopted all kinds of different races. Through foster care? I've adopted all my kids different races. Okay, that's awesome, man. That is absolutely awesome. Because, you know, actions speak louder than words. You know, and one of the things that makes me cringe the most is when people take a certain stance and then go, my best friend's black. My best friend's white. You know, it's like, so? You can still be racist and like, you know, someone that, you know, I mean, how do I put it? You could definitely still be racist and have a black best friend. You can still be racist and have a white best friend or whatever. You know, you like the individual. You know how many people I know personally who drop N-bombs and, you know, this and that and have black friends, and they're like, oh, well, so-and-so is not an N-bomb, but, you know, a majority of people act this way, but not all of them. So I'm just calling the bad people the N-word. And it's like, I'm not with you, man, because that word covers an entire race, just like, you know, calling a guy, you know, a honky cracker, which it's funny, you can't say the N-word, but you can say honky and cracker or whatever. You know, that covers an entire race. So yeah, I don't allow my kids to use the N-word. They never have, at least in front of me. And then also where you grow up is a big deal. You know what was really cool, which I didn't realize was a big deal at the time, but when I was a little kid, like I said, I've always grown up in a black neighborhood. Mostly black, not all black. A lot of my friends were black. And I believe the same is true for them that is true for me. And what that is I didn't even know I had black friends when I was this age. I didn't look at my friend Brian as a black friend. He was just Brian. It was over time of people pointing out, this person has black skin. This person does this and doesn't like you. This group of people, stay away from this group of people. But when I was in daycare, I had to have been right around 8 to 10 years old. And I mean, Brian, he was one of my closest friends. So I'm just using him as an example. And, you know, there was no favoritism. He didn't let, you know, he had like this cool little video game, which wasn't even a video game. It was like wax paper that scrolled up on the screen, and it had a little racetrack, and you had a little steering wheel with your car, and you tried to stay on the street. There was no penalty if you went off the street, but, you know, video games of the 80s. I never noticed him allowing black kids to play with his toys before he would allow white kids. There was no race. Honestly, man, I'm going to sound like a nutcase here, but honestly, I think racism is a government thing. I think the government wants, because we can't stand up against certain things that we don't like our government doing if we're divided ourselves. If we all came together and just, you know, we're all part of the human race. There is no black race. There is no white race. And I know that's a popular thing to say these days. So, I mean, I'm not trying to just, hey guys, look at me. I'm uniting with everyone. But, you know, it is true. Crap. This is a tough shot. That's what we need to focus on, is the human race. Okay. Oops. Well, it's better than ending up in the rough or whatever over there. Let's catch up. Let's catch up. J-Bone, they say Yin's in Pittsburgh, where my family lives. Yin's. I never heard Yin's.
Yeah.
Yin's. Better stop doing that. Like y'all. Yin's instead of y'all. Jeff Elliott. It's cool. I know it's cool. I have friends in Wisconsin. It's funny when we talk. Yeah, I mean, there's a difference, you know, but it's like we don't know if we have an accent, and we only have an accent when we travel. Let's see here. Karmajar, I think you're interesting to listen to, so I don't mind what you're talking about so far. Thank you. Because in all honesty, I don't want to ruin my golf class channel because I don't want to alienate people who have different perspectives than I do, but I love talking about, hot topics of the day and politics and, taking stances against or for certain things. But I'd probably create a different channel for that because, golf class just seems like people are here for a game. They're not here to hear my political views or rants or whatever. So the only way this channel would ever become something like that would probably be after I'm done playing Golf Clash. Let's see, Jeff Elliott. I know it's really hard here because I'm 61 and it was back in the day. Really hard here. Let's see. It is so hard this day about race. I never see color unless they deserve it. I hope I read that right. I got to hurry up and take this shot, and then I'm going to reread it. Sorry, Eric. I don't know if you're in the chat with me or anything, but I'm kind of just focusing on Tour 5 today. Well, I mean during the live stream. Let's see. Stay away from the rough for once. Nope, there goes the rough. You're going to stop right next to it? I think we're on the fairway. I don't know. When that popped up, I missed it. Okay, let's see. It's so hard these days, I think. Okay, it's so hard these days about race. I never see color unless they deserve it. Okay. Yeah, the people who do deserve it are white and black, what do you call it? Supremacists, people that's how they want to be seen. They think they're superior or whatever. I agree with you on that.
I'm getting killed by a car, though.
Oh, let me take my shot and then I'll read J-Bone. Man, we're both not doing so hot here, me and my opponent. I'm getting lost in some good conversation. I love the conversation. I just don't want to alienate people that don't agree with me but watch my videos. Oh, keep talking by all means. You said, okay, I will let play. No, let's keep the conversation going. J-Bone, a very small percentage of people and the media feed that racial fire. Most people are good, in my opinion, and I love everyone. J-Bone, you have quoted me. Stream health is going down even though I'm plugged in, so I'm sorry. J-Bone, I've said the same exact 100% thing that you just said. We are on the same brain wavelength, buddy. Oh, nice shot. Now he's going to make a tough shot for me. Karmajar says, agreed, RJ. FHP, I'm feeling a new vibe. Real talk with RJ. New channel. Haha. I mean, I love it. I'd probably upload more often because I really do love talking, about hot button issues and everything. So much to the point. Wow. There's nothing I can do here. We're going to just try to slam dunk this because the ball's going to go flying past it because there's no chance I need a perfect shot here. I don't even know if I'm lined up right.
Oh,
No. Good game. Okay. Let's see. Before I start this next game, let's catch up. I would love to do real talk, though. I mean, you know, and I would even steal the name that you just said because I really like that. Let's see. Yeah, FHP, I love that. Lisa Marie, I was born in the U.S. American dad met Aussie mom on R&R from Vietnam. Awesome. Raised in Australia till 16. Have been living in America for 27 years now. Learned to turn my accent on and off like a light switch. Very interesting, Lisa. Which one comes natural, though? Is it your accent that is your natural way of speaking, or have you assimilated so much to the United States type accent that when you're around other Aussies, it's just easy to talk like an Aussie? I would be interested in seeing the answer to that. Greg K, 61. I've got shoes older than that. What? No way, Greg. I seen your profile picture. Let's see. Lisa Marie, to avoid stupid questions like, do you ride kangaroos in school to school? That's a very stupid question. You'd be like, do you guys ride squirrels? I don't know, what's an American thing? Do you guys ride deer? Yeah, that's just yeah, a stupid question for people to ask you, Lisa. Eric Brown, people are going to be how they were raised. Excellent point, Eric Brown. I know a lot of horrible parents, and I hate to say it, but I know a lot of horrible parents that are ruining their children's lives because they're teaching them to be racist, or they're teaching them to not care or only care about themselves. And, you know, some hate the police, some hate authorities, some hate different races. It's you hit the nail on the head, Eric. Steve Limburn, I'm English. You get the good, bad, and ugly in the face, in all faces, grades, and colors. Very true. I've met racist white people. I've gotten into fights with racist black people simply because I was white. I can't go back to my nearest gas station because I got into a fight with a racist cashier up there. But at the same time, let me tell you this. While I was up there fighting with that guy who was black, I called him a racist, and the store was closed, so we had to talk through the bulletproof glass on the outside, and there was 3 or 4 black people behind me in line, and they were all going off on him for the way he was treating me. So that shows you. You can't sit here and say, okay, from my perspective, from my thing, now I'm really going into real talk with RJ. I'm not even playing the game right now. Okay, but you can't sit there and say, oh, this guy at it's a Circle K. This guy at Circle K treated me like crap because I'm white. I hate black people. No, you got to look at the 4 people behind you who were normal people, and you know, we're going off on this guy taking my side. Now, that doesn't always happen. I've had other instances in the past where, you know, I was outnumbered severely, you know, and it was a black versus white thing. And it's just like, wow, okay, well, this sucks. But not everyone's like that. You don't know who you're surrounded by. So, yes, completely agree. Steven says, creeds and colors. I'm assuming you mean creeds and colors. I know typos happen. Helios is still like, let's talk golf, guys. Let's keep it on golf. He's like, get in the hole close. Thanks, buddy. Eric Brown, love the conversations. It keeps it interesting. You know, that's awesome to hear because this is truly the type of channel I would love to have. I love doing the Golf Clash and helping you guys out. But I mean, when I'm not playing Golf Clash, I'm having conversations about the 2 things that will make people hate you the most, politics and religion. Lisa Marie, American, only talk Aussie if I'm comfortable with someone. Then it comes out. Thank you, Lisa, for being so comfortable with me right away. That's awesome. Or does it not matter in the chat? Because I thought that was cool. I'm like, wow, didn't she say she's from Colorado? Because it sounds like she's either from Australia or Louisiana. And she says, no, I asked them if they ride rattlesnakes to school. Right, exactly. Let's see here. Eric Brown says, we ride in Cadillacs and Dodge Rams, LOL. Cadillac's a GM and Dodge is Chrysler. So are you like me, Eric Brown? I love all American cars. I love Ford Mustang. I love the Chevy Camaro, and I love the Dodge Challenger. You know, and anytime I talk to someone, I'm the only guy. I have a Ford t-shirt and I get out of my Chevy Malibu. And I don't care. It's not an issue, but a lot of people laugh at me for that. Let's see here. J-Bone, I think the biggest mistake our media makes is they preach that racism is only a white thing. I don't understand that because my black friends in my neighborhood tell me that I am not your typical white person. And I'm not wearing that as a badge of honor. It's to go on to explain my next point. And what he meant with that is most white people, according to him, most white people have it made. They live in the nicer neighborhoods. They have the nicer houses. They have the better paying jobs. And, you know, and everything else. And we were debating this. And I was like, look, dude, this isn't true. You live in a nicer house than I do. You have a better job than I've ever had. And I'm like, and I live in a black neighborhood. So while we all have inner city problems, both me and you, I get singled out more because I look different in the small area that I'm in. And he pointed out, he's like, yes, well, you know, you live in a black neighborhood, but if you lived in a white neighborhood, you'd probably have a better job than me and a bigger house than me and this and that. And while I disagreed with him, he's a manager of an AT&T. He's a store manager. And he brought up this point to me because we were talking about, I said that it was unfair to have affirmative action. I'm like, I believe in equal rights, not special rights. So with affirmative action, you're taking, you know, whether he's white, black, Chinese, whatever, if there's a person better that's being passed over because of the color of their skin, there's a problem. And he pointed out to me, he said, I am the manager of an AT&T store. There's nobody above me unless a regional manager comes in for a visit. He's like, we had a meeting. I can't remember if he said Indianapolis or Pittsburgh. I don't remember which one. He said it was just for store managers. And we live in a big city. Cleveland's a big city. You know, we have tons of AT&T stores everywhere. He said, do you know there was about 300 people there, and I could have counted all the black people on one hand. And that, I don't want to say it changed my mind, but that showed me that there is a problem inside of AT&T. Why do you have 295, white store managers? And I know in Cleveland alone, that wouldn't be the case. And you can't say that the ratio is 295 to 5 that, you know, white people deserve the job over black people. So we get into some excellent discussions like that. So yeah, I completely agree with you, J-Bone. I think the media takes things, overhypes them, and makes hate. You know, I've gotten into conversations with my neighbors, and my neighbors will have their neighbors over. You know, some neighbors that I don't know as well, and they look at me as a racist. Like, here's something I was wrong on. Way back in the day, you guys remember Trayvon Martin and Zimmerman? I was on Zimmerman's side. Well, you ask me today, Zimmerman, I mean, he held a gun to his girlfriend or his wife's face. I mean, he's got problems. Trayvon Martin probably was innocently walking through that neighborhood. But the reason I took the side that I took was because I felt the media was demonizing everyone for those reasons. And that was one time I was wrong. One time where I think I was right, just to show the opposite side, was Ferguson. I don't remember the name of the guy, but there was a really big guy that was attacking a police officer in his cruiser, and he was punching him, he was pummeling him and reaching for his gun, and he got shot and killed. And the way the media presented it was he was unarmed. And it's like, you're leaving it out. You can't just say that this guy is unarmed, you know, when he's literally trying to disarm the cop and beat him up in his car. You know, I feel bad for him. He was a young man. He had parents. He had people who loved him. He didn't deserve to die, but the police officer didn't deserve to die either, and unfortunately it ended in death. Yeah, Eric says, loves the conversation, keeps it interesting, and then Lisa says, haha, to Eric. Steven says, you aren't born racist. I hope I'm not rereading these because they sound familiar. Maybe I just read them in my head. You aren't born racist or with hate. It's taught. 100% agree. I think I mentioned that in the point where I was saying about my black friend. I don't know if his name wasn't Steve Brown. No, Brian Brown was his name. I knew two Browns. Steve Brown and Brian Brown, no relation. But anyway, that I know of. Yeah, I was 8 years old, and one of my best friends was Brian Brown, and I had no idea he was black. I mean, and that sounds so stupid, or it sounds so politically correct, but I can't say I had no idea he was black. I knew he had darker skin than me, but I didn't know there was black and white, I just honestly thought that it was another kid that was in daycare. That's all he was. I didn't look at him different than anyone else, white or black. Let's see here. Greg K. The picture you see is just a guy holding a shotgun. Because I shoot trap, I'm way better looking than him. Okay, well, you say you got shoes older than 61. And you're better looking than the guy. Wow, okay. Well, we got another Hugh Hefner here. Let's see. Chad Brewer. These different colors of people in the world. LOL. Why I don't watch Muse, but I think you meant news. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Eric Brown says, I'm 63 and lived on both ends of the U.S. and I'm well-rounded. And then he goes on to say, RJ, you are mine kind of people. Keep it real, bro. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Honestly, I mean, there's only 17 people watching right now. And, I have a subscription base of 1,200. But, I mean, if you guys really do think that these are interesting topics, I love covering these and giving my point of view. Obviously, I won't name it. RJTV live stream Christmas tournament practice tour 5 next time. I'll just come on, and I like that real talk. That's a really good name. And if you guys want to talk political with me or whatever, you know what? That would be best. And then also for people who, just kind of got sucked into this conversation watching the Golf Clash game, either leave it on the comments, on the video after it's posted, if you would like a real talk type segment. And I'll be more than happy to make one because I have tons of things to say. The only thing I'm going to say, though, is a lot of people are agreeing with me now, but there's definitely going to be, a time where you disagree with me. And all I ask is, don't lump me in with a group of conservatives or a group of liberals or a group of this or a group of that or white or black or whatever, just because we disagree on one issue. You know what I'm saying? Just know that everyone has different colored glasses on. And with the different colored glasses, you're going to see things different. And I have had people change my mind. I'm not that close-minded. Now, I am Christian. And I don't think anyone can choose my mind to make me unchristian, to make me atheist or bring me to another religion or anything. But as far as politics and news go, absolutely. And I love talking about it. Eric Brown says, I run into this all the time. J-Bone says, interesting about AT&T. Would be interesting to know the percentages of who applied. Exactly. And this is just, I believe, like the tri-state area. I think he said it was Ohio, Pennsylvania, maybe West Virginia, Indiana, possibly Michigan. So, also, does it happen where you live? What is it like in Mississippi and your surrounding states? What's it like in Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, so on and so forth? Let's see here. Greg K., how do we get on all this race link? You're starting to sound like MSNBC. Oh, we got one person that don't like it. Sorry, Greg. I kind of got off onto a little bit of a political discussion. Greg Brown, I would love it Chad, work calls. Take care, RJ. Take care, Chad. Oh, we're up to 21 people. Dave's another one that doesn't want to hear my political commentary. He says, play Tour 5. I'm just going to read through these comments. I'm going to take his advice and hop back on Tour 5. J-Bone, if we could mute the 5% on each far end of the political spectrum, yeah, the world would be a better place. Absolutely. Completely agree. Keith Hammond, come back. Come on, RJ. Back to playing golf. All right, guys. I'm just going to finish with the comments. There's 3 more for me to read. And oops, why did I hit watch? I don't want to hit watch. I can't back out. I'm going to play golf. I'm sorry, guys. Dave says, let's go, bro. J-Bone, the USA would be a better place. Oh, I'm sorry. Real talk chance. Do it, do it, do it, Karmajar says. And Dave says golf, and J-Bone says golf. All right, I wish I could get out of this this screen. I'm going to go back to golf, guys. If you guys do want a real-time or real talk type thing, I'll do a separate program that has absolutely nothing to do with Golf Clash in the title. I don't want to bring people in telling them that I'm playing Golf Clash when in reality I'm talking politics. So even though it seems like the minority wants me to play Golf Clash, they are correct. The title of this is Tour 5, and I'm not doing it. So, all right. So I'm going to pretend there's no more political questions in the what do you call it? In the chat. I'm not going to answer any more political questions, but you guys can definitely tell me in the chat if you'd like me to make its own program. That way people who are here for Golf Clash don't have to tune in for it. And I do apologize. I know some of you say there's no need to apologize, but for the others, I'm sorry. Let's play Tour 5. Okay, can I not get into the rough this time? I keep going into the rough because it looks so close. It blends in so good a little further over to the left there. Thank you. All right. Got to figure out about the snow stuff. Yeah, we do. The snow I landed in was definitely the rough, so I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and watch that. Lisa Marie, enjoying all of it here. I've been watching, learning from your plays. Awesome. Eric Brown, do it. Don't say nothing in the chat here. I'm going to need you guys to either go to ItsRJTV Facebook page or leave it in the comments of the YouTube video, whichever you prefer. And if I get enough people saying they want to do a real talk, again, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to post like Golf Clash related because there's a lot of people that want to get away from political talk, and I completely understand. If I was in the middle of watching the Browns play and this conversation took place, I'd be rolling my eyes. So, gotta respect. Respect for you guys. I'm sorry.
Your arm is freaking slow, so I have to wait for him. Yeah, there's a white beacon right next to it.
I know. Yes, yes, no, yes. Okay, I thought yes, no, no, yes. Let me explain. Yes, yes, no, yes. First, it looked like I was going to land on the fringe. Then it looked like I was going to stop right next to the fringe and have a hard putt. Then I saw it rolling down, so that's why I said yes, yes, no, yes. So that explains that. Now what? Why did the game just stop? There we go. Okay. Lisa Marie, is there a limit to the amount of types of special balls you could have, as in the holiday and tourney ones? I don't think so, because a lot of times they sell those balls. So if you want to spend money, I would think you could have as many as you want. But as far as winning, obviously, yeah, if whatever you place in the tournament, sometimes you can get a turkey ball or, whatever it is. Like I got some Halloween balls, but I never paid a dime.
Like in between the water poles, I'm there.
Yeah, I never paid a dime on this game yet. And it's not because I don't like the game. I just haven't. I'm cheap. I don't, if I get $5, I got a bill that could go towards, as opposed to, buying some Kingmakers or whatever. Although if they ever do show up with the Apocalypse in the store, I'm definitely going to Have to drop $5 on that. But I hear it doesn't show up until you get like 3,000 trophies or something. Steve says, why are you using the quarterback over the mile? Excellent question. I'm so glad you asked it. On Tour 5, have you noticed that I have not run into a single course where I did not have... I know what you guys said earlier, but I just need to try it. I need to try it my way. Have you noticed that I have not run into a single problem where I needed extra distance? The extra mile is strictly a club for distance. And when I say strictly a club for distance, I think this is going to land good. Okay, I'm going to go back and rewatch that like 20 times to make sure I get this right. Or is this the one that you can't go left and right? Yeah, no, this is the right one. Okay, whatever I just did, do that. So anyway, as I was saying, the extra mile is not a very good club at all. I use it out of necessity, and the necessity is the distance. Tour 5 is the only tour that I have found that the extra mile, I find myself, on a couple courses, yeah, I use full power, but a lot of times I don't need full power. Is that ball going to stop, or is he going to give me a run for my money? Stop, please. Okay, I need the money. So that's why not only is that the reason I'm using the quarterback, but also on a lot of courses that I haven't got yet, I wonder if they stopped putting them on Tour 5, you need a whole bunch of curl, and you just can't get curl on, the extra mile, and you get a whole bunch on the quarterback, so that's why I'm using the quarterback. It's a much better club for a series that does not have really long fairways for you to drive on. There's probably one or two courses that it might help me out on, but the quarterback is good enough on. Everything else, there's a huge advantage to me having the quarterback. And on the, speak of the devil, and here it is. This is one of them. Now, if you go to the right, you're kind of taking yourself out. Now, I haven't played this in a while, but if you try this shot with the extra mile, you're not going to have enough curl to go over. I, on the other hand, am taking this shot with the quarterback, and assuming I don't land in that sand trap over there, look how much curl I have. You can never get this much curl. And I can go further. Oops. And that's the other thing. It's forgiving. Good on this club is better than good on the extra mile. But see, I would have never been able to make that shot. So the curl helps as well. And it's more forgiving. And if I pull back all the way and I get a good shot or whatever, I'm in there. So that's pretty much it. Well, UPS just brought my iPad so I can get, so I got to go and set it up because I'm tired of playing on the iPhone and work on my good looks. That's awesome, man. I got an iPad in the house, but unfortunately it's not mine. I hear that you get better curl with an iPad. Not only that, you should also be able to, it's a bigger screen, so you're just seeing things better. So, awesome. I'd love to get an iPad myself. And then Steven says, why not the Rock then? The real answer to why not the Rock is, oh, you know what? Let me see. I don't know if I can do this, but if I can get on the green and, oh yeah, definitely. The Rock is a little more expensive, and I haven't upgraded it yet. Darn it! Hopefully the wind carries me back. Can we do it? Yay! Look at that. That's all right. I'll take it on the fringe. Yeah, I don't know enough about the Rock because my Rock is level 2. I don't think there's anything wrong with the Rock. I don't know if the Rock goes as far as the quarterback or not. That's something we'd have to look up. If you got your rock upgraded and not your quarterback, though, I would go rock for sure. My buddy Gary was just telling me, who is it? There's a guy on YouTube that uses the rock instead of the extra mile, and he gave a whole bunch of reasons why the extra mile was overrated. I never saw it, but I'd like to see it, because there's a lot of times that you know, I feel like I just got to use the extra mile. So I completely disagree with him, but I want to see what he's got to say, because it may make sense. It may change my mind. I'll look at the comments again after the shot. I need a perfect, and I get a great. And I didn't want to miss to that side either. But pulling it in and getting the smaller target allows me to get my eagle. Awesome. Okay, Karmajar, the Apocalypse. I got that one shortly into Tour 6. Lucky. Might have been a glitch. With the number of games you've played, I'm surprised at the clubs you don't have. I am too. I played over 3,000 games, and I don't have the Endbringer that I want, and I don't have the Apocalypse. I don't have the there's a lot of clubs I don't have. I don't understand why. Lisa Marie's taking off. Have fun with your games, RJ. Great stream today. See y'all soon. Take care, Lisa. Thanks for coming in. Oh, I missed your thing. Michael Lightbody says it's dunking time with a question mark. Now, you know, I got all my dunking coins, not coins, gems. You know how you get achievements? I reached all my dunking things. So because of that, I like my new method where I put all that top spin on. So unless I'm super, super close, I generally don't dunk. J-Bone says, is it possible, though, that the quarterback will not be good enough in pro where wins are stronger and tees are further back? Where wins are stronger? No, because the rings are smaller on the quarterback. Yeah, so wind is going to affect you less with the quarterback than it would the extra mile. However, with the pro tees, I don't know the answer to that question. I wish I did. I'm going to definitely try to qualify with it, and I'll let you know after that. I can't practice on Tour 10 because I don't have Tour 10 unlocked. And that is exactly why I'm bringing a long wood with me. I got to have, if you're good with the big dog, bring the big dog to make up that distance. And if you're good with, what do you call it? If you're good with the hammerhead is my preferred one. So, and then J-Bone says the Rock is a rich man's quarterback, LOL. I think they're actually quite different, but I could be wrong. I'll have to check that out. I use the Stone Cold Steve Austin. What's that, Mike? Endbringer level 2, son. Got it 2 weeks ago. Endbringer is one of the best freaking clubs. You know what the Endbringer really is? The Endbringer is the down in one with an awesome ball guide. It's practically the same club. It's awesome. Dunkin' Donuts time. I'm watching my calories. Jeff Elliott says, okay, I will talk to y'all later. Yeah, we're going long. Wow, we're already at a minute 38. But yeah, you guys, who was it who asked? Was it J-Bone or was it Jeff? I don't know who asked, but it was asked earlier why I'm using the quarterback. Look at all these things. The quarterback is reaching just far. The extra mile is not going to reach up that far. Yeah, I'm not taking that shot. That was just to show you guys. So there's no reason for me, you know, to use it. And I figured that out, you know, towards the end of maxing out Tour 5. It's very expensive, you know, because I had to spend all, well, not all, but, you know, I got it upgraded to 9, you know, and I probably had it level 1. So I was spending all those money for upgrades. But, yeah, the quarterback's an awesome club, one of the most accurate. I think the quarterback is the rich man's rocket. Stone Cold, The Rock. It's a wrestling thing. I thought Stone Cold. Yeah, there is a wrestler named The Rock, right? I haven't watched wrestling seriously since Hulk Hogan was still a good guy, not the Hollywood Hogan. And, you know, Big Boss Man, Bam Bam Bigelow. Hey, we got a little annoying spammer here. Congratulations, you're wasting a berserker on Tour 5 and bragging about it. You're the man. Your emoji spamming does not bother me, because I know as soon as I pull back, you can't do it. So, now you can't do it anymore. Uh-oh, what are you going to do? God, I hope I sink this just because this guy's so annoying. No. All right, let's see. Tea time. Got to run. Take care, Steve. J-Bone's out as well. Work calls. I love the quarterback, by the way. I'll probably use it for certain holes in the tournament, but switch out a lot. Definitely recommend that. Thanks so much. Good conversation with you, J-Bone, and everyone in here, man. It was just a great conversation. Yeah, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Yep, I knew who you meant. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? He's also a good Hollywood actor. Well, you know what? With everyone stepping out, we got 12 people in here. I'm going to step out as well. A sincere apology to all you guys that got all that political stuff, and you guys came in specifically for Golf Clash, especially putting down the phone and everything. That will not happen again. However, for those of you that did enjoy it, if you comment, I will make my own political commentary type thing that won't be named Golf Clash. So I know I probably made a lot of you guys mad. There's a lot of people who watch and don't comment. And, you know, there's probably a lot of people who are going to catch this on the replay and, you know, be like, man, that's some BS. Why is he doing that? But, you know, again, let me know in the comment section. Find a way to let me know if you would like, you know, to just talk, you know, and have good conversation. And we'll do that. And if it's not so popular, we won't do that. You know, that's up to you guys. But it will never happen again on a Golf Clash video. My apologies. It just, you know, good conversation just kind of erupted, and it just sort of happened. So, again, my apologies. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. Have a wonderful day. Take care.